Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 30 of All Caps. I'm Isaac Anderson, the author of A Song of Bones and The Garden Maze. I'm joined by my very special guest, Shuan M. Is it Jooste? Joist?
Jooste.
Uesta. That's
There we
awesome.
go.
I'm joined by Shuan Uesta, the author of such books as The Sacred Valley,
Obversion.
Aversion, and Sacred Valley, Betrayal. They look like scary books, people. Check out. We got this person here. We got we have a scary Silent Hill looking man on the front. We got some scary reflections, and then we got people in peril. We have peril. So I'm guessing that you are a horror writer based on your covers.
Well done. Well done. That's correct. Very good guess.
Sometimes my deduction does work.
Yeah.
Let's really quickly, while I remember it, share the link to this video just to make sure that everybody can see it really quickly.
Sweet.
Join
Man.
us live. Post. There. I've done my part. So yeah, so what got you in to writing, to storytelling, and specifically the scary stuff? Like what drew you to that in the beginning?
Okay, so writing in general, that was just from school times. I was reading fantasy novels mostly, like Lord of the Rings and the Riftwall saga, those type of things. And so I was always caught into these fantasy stories, which got me thinking of obviously my own type of stories.
Mm-hmm.
So that got me into fantasy from 2000 until 2014. Hey, Iman. So obviously then the Silent Hill games, which you got spot on with the theme there, and Resident Evil games got me into horror. And so through 2012 and 2014, I started thinking about the Silent Hill type novel.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know you didn't ask this, but I approached Konami actually if I could write Silent Hill own, and they actually gave me permission in 2014. So,
Oh wow,
Sacred,
that's cool.
yeah, so Sacred Valley Betrayal was originally Silent Hill Betrayal until 2022 when the whole IP woke up again, and Konami decided they're going to do a bunch of Silent Hill things again. They then reached out to everyone that was writing Silent Hill, like me included, wanted to check the permissions, which I won't get into, but apparently wasn't the correct people didn't give me the permission. Um,
Interesting.
yeah, so I did apply again, but they said sorry. They're trying to protect the new direction they're going and those type of things. So they then took the permission away. So then Silent Hill became Sacred Valley. So yeah,
Wow. So most people would just try to do a fan fiction, but
yeah,
you tried to like make it as official as possible.
yeah, I did.
So was Silent Hill like the first like IP you kind of wanted to jump into, or
That's
are there
correct.
other
Yeah.
IPs you'd like to do too?
Well, I did try Elder Scrolls with Bethesda, and I also tried Evil Within, and what was the other one?
Oh,
What's it? Oh, I can't believe I've forgotten. No, Dying Light. That was it. Dying Light.
Dying Light. Yeah, yeah.
Because I actually got to know some people in Dying Light at the time when I was doing reviews for them, and we actually got along quite well. It was quite nice. But they all give the same thing. They're not looking for any novel adaptations at this time. It's like a default response. So
Yeah, I mean, I could imagine. On one point, it's very flattering someone to approach like, I would like to make a story set in your world. That's very flattering. At the same
yeah,
time, it's a little bit frightening because now you have this wild card adding to your canon and your mythology, and you're not sure. I mean, you wouldn't want to stifle his creativity. At the same time, you don't want him to ruin your entire mythos. But that's really
yeah.
cool that you were able to get him in the Silent Hill, at least at the beginning there.
Oh, it was. I've got a lot of emails from other writers like, "How did you get in? I've been trying. How did you do it?" And then I shared it. I told them I went through support and all that, and they're like, "Oh, that's odd. That's an odd way to do it." And I never thought about it because I was told I had permission. So, and then when they came to me, they said, "No, this was the wrong approach. This isn't how it's meant to be done." I was like, "Okay, well, I didn't know that." So luckily, because I had the proof still, they said, "Okay, well, we won't sue you." I'm like, "Gee, thanks. I
That's
appreciate
very nice of them.
it." Yeah, but yeah, I can't continue, which is fine. I discovered like you just said, actually, you touched on it. I have a lot more freedom now that it's my own stories.
Yeah.
I because when it was Silent Hill, you had to be so careful not to offend fans. There's so many things you can't do. Like, don't even write Pyramid Head into your story because that's a Silent Hill 2 thing. That's whole debate about that. So
Hmm.
when it was taken away and I changed it to Sacred Valley, I'm like, I have a heck of a lot more freedom now. This is actually better. So yeah.
Amazing. So when you were doing Silent Hill stuff, what were some rules that you gave yourself to keep it Silent Hill? Because sometimes with those limitations, cool
Yeah.
things happen within limitations. So
No, of course.
how did you approach that? Because I wouldn't know how to approach like an IP.
Yeah, it was very difficult. I mean, I even though I've played all the games in the series, I literally went back and played the first one on my PS Vita,
Mm.
um, and played the second one again, the HD collection, just to refresh my memory. So I redid a lot of the maps for myself because I didn't want to use the maps that were in the game for copyright reasons. But these were new characters, new creatures, and everything. So while I was using locations you would identify as Silent Hill, I did make it my own. I had to redraw the maps myself, be very creative in that way.
Hmm.
Um, I didn't use Pyramid Head, but I used a guy that was similar to Pyramid Head. You saw on the second cover that big guy with the truck head engine. So I
Yeah,
try, yeah. So I try and keep a lot of, even if though it says Sacred Valley, when you read it, you'll go, oh yeah, this is Silent Hill.
that's
So I,
cool.
I even used. I mean, you've played Silent Hill, right?
I know of it. I've never played it. I wanted to play it. They redid the second one, and
Yeah.
when that goes on sale, I'm planning on checking that out. But I was wanting to start with the first one.
Do you have PlayStation membership, by the way? Do you have PlayStation?
I don't. My brother might have it.
Okay, I saw today, just mentioning it this for anyone who's got PlayStation who has a membership. I saw today I got a message that Silent Hill 2 is free for people who have membership.
Oh, ooh,
So
nice.
yeah, so check with your brother if he's got membership.
Will do. Will do. So is is this your first book?
No, no. So these are my first horror books, but I started with fantasy. So I have a fantasy trilogy
Oh,
um,
cool.
called the Selenic Earth Chronicles, which I didn't send you the pictures, sorry. But so that is full on Lord of the Rings, Riftwar Saga, what you would imagine epic fantasy to be, basically. Orcs, elves, mermaids, sirens. I even threw some vampires in there for good effect. So yeah, just went all mad with fantasy on that one.
Nice.
Yeah,
So you started in school writing fantasy.
right,
Then you discovered the Silent Hill thing.
right.
You mentioned you reviewed games. So in you are you a journalist professionally? Like that's your main gig?
Yeah. So I used to work for a local government council for 15 years. But during that time, so when I published the Silent Hill books, I won't say I became famous, but a lot more people suddenly noticed me like
Yeah.
crazy. And some of these were journalists actually that I
Hmm.
became friends with at the time. And they said, you write quite well, don't you? Have you ever considered writing news articles? You seem to know Silent Hill and these things pretty well. So I was like, I'd love to give it a shot. So I got into journalism, game writing. Then, like, through that experience, I left council in 2018 to run my, shall I say, book publishing company full time. And then through their writing, I got noticed through a content agency, and they said,
Hmm.
we'll pay you to come write content for us because we have a lot of clients. So I said, yeah, sure, let's go. My gaming was obviously noticed, was the high industry they noticed the most. And then through them, Softonic needed a project manager. And I said, they noticed my game writing. And they said, would you be willing to, in your agency, become a project manager for us? Not just writing, but editing, getting a full team together for writing news. So I was like, oh, sure, let's do it. And then since then, it just grew. Like I have my own website now, writing games. So because I've grown through YouTube and the sites, you have to have this online presence to go to, how shall I say, these platforms where you can request games for reviews. and then they check your accreditation, like how many views, and 3 platforms where I'm constantly requesting codes type of thing. So
Okay. You cut
yeah,
out for a second there, but
uh,
I think you were saying you have the credentials
yeah,
and you can request games, and these publishers go, "Oh, he's legit. Send him a copy."
that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Cool.
Konami sent me Metal Gear Solid when they did the not the latest one, when they did the remake bundle of 1, 2, and
Oh
3 of
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And they sent me when Silent Hill the message came out, but that was free anyway. But they gave me a code. I was like, thanks. So I was kind of hoping for Silent Hill 2, but they became very stingy with those.
Mm.
Like IGN and those guys get that, you know. So I'm still waiting to hear on Silent Hill F, like hoping beyond hope they're going to send me a code. Because damn, these games are expensive these days.
Yeah, that's true. They're getting more and more expensive, and then you have like I've been playing Silk Song a lot, and that's just
Okay.
a blast. And it
Uh,
wasn't expensive, so I mean, people got to get organized in these big studios. Got to figure out how to make these games faster and cheaper to keep
oh,
up.
heck yeah. I mean, we've seen a lot of indie developers that are basically like giving us these games for almost nothing at
Yeah.
almost pretty much the same quality as these high guys, triple A guys. So stop paying so many people to make a game. I guess.
Or
I,
the really big studios, like, why wouldn't they they have like 500 employees or something like that? Why don't
right
you just divide them up into 5 groups and say, all of you guys make your dream game. Well, we'll
there you
check back
go.
on you in a year. And they just make the little weird dream games. And I don't know why they
Yeah,
wouldn't try that.
that's actually a brilliant idea. Thanks for mentioning that. That's actually. So I'm hoping whoever watching is listening. That's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, give it a try. And then if I could see from a business standpoint, that's kind of scary that
Yeah.
you're kind of betting on a bunch of horses and you're hoping they all run the right direction. But I
Correct.
mean, if you have people that are passionate about games, those are the people that you want making the games. It feels like,
Correct.
a lot of, big studio games are kind of made by committee now. They all look like, there's that joke whenever like the character is going through a tight space and they start to go down like this, like, oh, it's a AAA game because he did the thing through the wall.
Right.
And so it's like there's some note, like make sure there's plenty of spots where he does this because God of War did that and people love that. And so I
It
don't
must
know.
be. Yeah. But I mean, you see a lot of these developers break away from big companies and they're making amazing games on their own.
Like
So if
that
they try,
the 33, the Expedition 33 guys.
yes, exactly that. So I mean, if they'd done what you said and just tell everyone, develop your passion game, it could have
Hmm.
stayed in those companies. So
Yeah.
definitely, yeah. I see Dark Veil Society is in full bloom here as guests. Hi guys.
Welcome, welcome.
You're familiar with Dark Veil Society?
A little bit, a little bit. I'm familiar with. I've heard of Toadhead. I've heard of
Yes.
Sledge.
Yes.
We've interviewed a couple of different Darkville members. I think last, no, not the last guest. I don't remember. I know we've talked to some Darkville people, and Tim McKay, who sometimes comes on the show, is also a Darkville member.
Correct. I think I see him in the comments, so
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah. He was here.
He was also all caps, right? He was the one that was part of all
Mm-hmm.
caps.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
cool, man. Going both sides of the stream.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Great fun, great fun. So when you're doing fantasy and when you're doing horror, like
Yeah,
your horror so far has been kind of very Silent Hill inspired. Have
right.
you Are you exploring projects where you go your own direction, forge your own path, or do you want to keep playing with Silent Hill type things?
Oh no, definitely doing my very different things. I'm very inspired by a lot of things, but specifically Marvel, the Marvel universe, how they have different phases. So
Oh yeah.
I kind of went all cheeky and decided, well, okay, fine. This was my Shuan M phase 1 books. Now I'm in phase 2. This is what I've got lined up for you. So I'm doing a similar thing, but it's a one-man show. I don't have teams running books. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
so I've got a post-apocalyptic one coming that's kind of like Fallout,
Okay.
which I'd put on the back burner. But I don't know if you know Molly McCabe's Dark Bloom book.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So after reading that, I was pretty much inspired. Okay, I need to get back into my post-apocalyptic books now. Um, And then I'm currently busy with an erotic thriller
Hmm.
called Open Door. That's my next one. So
Those
definitely,
sell.
oh yeah, but I want. There's going to be a lot of erotic stuff in it, but I want to steer away.
You cut out again there. You said
Oh,
you said you want to steer away from, and then you cut out.
steer away from smut. Basically,
Mm,
I want the thriller aspect to be the main part in it, obviously. So
right.
more thriller, but yeah, a lot of scenes. So. And then me and also part of Dark Veil, SS Fitzgerald that wrote Alone Together and Sinner's Pass. Him and I are collaborating on a psychological thriller called A Killer Mind, which
Hmm.
because I'm very Silent Hill, he's very Resident Evil, and we thought, hey, why don't we put the two together? Imagine Silent Hill meets Resident Evil.
Nice.
And I'm writing the Silent Hill part. So yeah.
Cool. So collaborating with another author, what is
Yes.
that like? How does that work? How do you keep from stepping on each other's toes and driving each other crazy?
Well, luckily I've got SS Fitzgerald as the one collaboration, and then I've got Corvina Sweeney that's done the Coven,
Hmm.
and Tempress of Weinberger Road, which just came out. So I'm doing with her as well, and they're both great to work with. We've set up Google Documents on a Google Drive, and we have little tabs. So we've got like a character listing, outline, basic outline, plot. Then we've got like a chapter breakdown of who's going to write what, and then basically to try and get the same voice, we'll let the first one write the first chapter or two. I'll read that, and then I'll continue with my chapter. So
Hmm.
we you'll see like one story type of thing.
Okay. You cut out for a moment, but it sounded like you were saying, so you'll both someone write the first few chapters, you'll read it, and you'll go through and do your own little additions, and you kind of went buzzy there after a second.
Yeah, so they'll write two, I'll write two, they'll write two, that type of thing, and we'll
Okay.
just and if we need to change the outline, if someone gets a great idea, then we'll share it and then we'll change it. So it's quite,
Nice.
it's actually quite. If you have the right person you're working with, then it's quite exciting.
That's cool. That's cool. So I imagine you guys need a pretty strong outline before you start. You can't
Oh
really
yes,
pants it.
definitely. Oh definitely. Like Corvina and I've had a lot of chats before we even got to the outline about we're going to do this. No, no, wait, this is better. No, no, let's try this out. So yeah, you got to hash it out between the two of you, and then eventually you get to the outline and go, okay, this is what we're going with.
And which collaboration's out now?
Oh, so Fitzgerald and I are working on ours first, Killer Mind.
Killer Mind. So that one's coming. Okay, you cut out again, but I think that was yes, that one's coming out soon. Man, there's that South African internet. It
Right.
is beautiful. Oh, you're back again. You're back. I hear you.
I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. It happens.
Cool, man. So can you hear me?
I hear you now. Yes, I hear you now.
Okay, so Killer Mind will be first. Yes.
Very cool. Very cool. So that's still horror. Are you gonna jump back into fantasy again?
Yes, definitely. I have several fantasy projects. I want a second volume after my first trilogy. I want another volume.
Hmm.
And I have a Dreamweaver series coming, which is basically
You said you have Dreamweavers coming, and then you cut out.
Dreamweaver novels, yeah. So basically, change things in the real world in
Hmm.
through their dreams, but because it's not a magic that's been in this world before, no one knows how it's done or how it works. So
Hmm.
there's like disaster things that happens because you can't control it. So yeah,
Okay. Cool. Another cool thing about you is you're in South Africa.
yes.
How does that affect your work too? Is there a lot of South African culture things that you work into your stories? Like what's it like living in South Africa? Because when I think Africa or any South North, I think elephants, I think Serengeti, I think sand, I think lions. What's
Yeah,
your
so
experience?
definitely the post-apocalyptic series I have planned will be in South Africa. So I don't know if you've played Fallout at all.
Yeah. Play Fallout.
So I want to do what they did with America to South Africa. I'm not saying I want to nuke South Africa. Please don't get me wrong. Mutated elephants and those type of things. So very South African based. What we have here, cultures, just after an apocalypse.
Hmm.
So I think
Are you working off a laptop right now with your headset?
no, it's a PC.
Oh, it's a PC. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking you might have a microphone problem. Um,
Might be. It's the
you're
first time it's the first time it's doing this though. It's quite odd.
okay. Okay.
Maybe I've just used
It's just kind of random when it cuts out. But so you were saying you have a Fallout kind of idea where you're gonna take the culture and the place and you're gonna twist things a little bit here and there. So is there a certain time period you like Fallout? They're nuked in the 50s, and it's the future from the 50s. So are you doing? Are you picking a time period to nuke Africa in?
well, yeah, actually the current time period is in the 2000s. And then I also want to take this 100 parts because I want the up in a world that's already post-apocalyptic and discover things as the reader discovers it, basically.
Okay. Okay. So it's Fallout. You go in. You kind of get a rundown of what the situation is, but you want the reader to kind of discover the situation as they explore.
Yes, correct.
Okay, that's
And
cool.
discover the factions and what has changed, and um, obviously everything. And
And is this a one off? Is this a big series? What's the shape of it?
okay, basically, so it will be different.
Okay, you're cutting in and out. You're cutting in and out.
Sorry, buddy.
Um, so basically, I heard locations, various locations. Maybe if you unplug and replug your whatever you have your mic attached to. I hear nothing. You're quiet.
Put me on mute.
Oh, there we go. Now I hear you.
Can you hear me fine now?
I hear you good. I hear you good. Yeah.
Let's hope it sticks that way.
Let's hope. Let's hope. Yeah.
Okay, so I was saying it will be a series, and I do want the different books to explore different locations in South Africa, basically. Yeah.
Okay. So how what can people expect stepping into the different locations? Like in my head, it's very Africa you see from the movies.
Yeah.
Lions and tribes and sand and long grass is what I imagine.
Well, yeah, definitely. I want mutated versions of the animals we have here. I mean, mutated lions and elephants would be cool. Um, so a lot of the, I mean, we have so many cultures here in South Africa. We have Indian, we have African, we have
Yeah.
so I want to take a lot of those, but I want to try and think of how would that be in a post-apocalyptic world? Like, which sects would rise, and what would they try and put in place in their different, locations and those type of things. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot of planning for that one. I cannot pants that one at all.
Yeah. Something like that, you really do need to figure out, the different philosophies and how they'll argue and fight and explode. And I could see
Yeah,
that taking some time to figure it out.
yeah, definitely. So that one's going to be a long time in the making.
So if you weren't writing, what would you find yourself doing? Like you have your journalism stuff, you have your publishing stuff. Like, is this you feel like you're calling, like, to write stories and to tell stories?
Oh, heck yeah. Um, but also the online content thing. I mean, I'm doing that as a job. But I work directly with clients. I work for myself.
Hmm.
But like I grow bonsai trees as well. That's been a passion of mine for a few years. So I thought, well, since I'm doing it here in South Africa, people are doing it, but they don't know what they're doing. So it's a great opportunity for me to run a bonsai business and
Hmm.
offer my services, grow bonsais for people. But I mean, those great taking care of my bonsais is like therapy for me. So it forces me to step away from my PC to go take care of them. So
That's cool. Yeah. So you're growing life. You're
yes,
creating life in the world.
that's my favorite part of just growing life. I love it.
That's cool. That's cool. So
I'm
you
also
have
very
your
much. I'm also an automotive. I love cars and vehicles in
oh.
general. So I have a vehicle site, not a car site, because I have boats and planes as well. But I love racing. So a lot of the times I write articles about what racing is coming up this weekend, what to
Hmm.
expect. This weekend we have a speed classic event for tomorrow and Sunday, full days. And because I have media accreditation for that site as well, they gave me free pass tickets for the weekend. So I'll be watching some Ferraris and Aston Martins, and
That's really cool.
I
That's
can't
really
wait.
fun.
I really can't wait. It's so exciting. And I heard
Nice.
there's going to be a old Red Bull Formula One car on Sunday coming through. So I've never seen a Formula One car in person, but I'm a big Formula One fan. So
I saw the
cannot.
movie. It was pretty good.
Oh, I still need to see the movie.
It was really fun. I was surprised. I was really surprised at how into it I was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they really did a good job of making you feel really invested and
Yeah.
making driving the car seem hard and impressive that they're driving this car.
Well, I watch Formula One whenever it's on. I have since 1993. And this year and last year, we kept seeing Brad Pitt and the crew like walking around talking to the pit members. And we're like getting all excited because we know why they're there. They're doing their research. And I'm like, come on, bring out the movie already.
It was cool. I really liked it. It was exciting, and it was also it was a feel good movie too. It made you feel good at the end.
Oh, that's
You
great.
left the theater feeling hopeful and happy.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. Even if horror movies do it, there's some horror movies where you're just like, yeah, that was the ending I wanted.
Yeah,
even
yeah,
if
yeah.
even if the bad guy wins, we're like, yeah, I'm glad you got your revenge. I'm happy.
Are there any recent horror films you've seen that you've really been impressed by, or?
Well, I saw the Ed Gein Monster series. That's not really horror. That's more like a documentary fiction.
Hmm.
Um, which was quite. I liked the actors from Sons of Anarchy did a brilliant job on Ed Gein. Horror movies. I'm also watching the Alien Earth series that Janelle from Dark Veil Society recommended, and
Yeah,
big Alien fan. I don't know if you've seen it.
I
Just
saw it.
then.
Yeah, I liked the beginning of it. The middle, I was not so sure, and I wasn't a fan of the ending.
Okay.
Um, I think I definitely want them to make another season because I feel like the ideas they have are very interesting ones, but I don't think they were.
Yeah, there
It
was some
felt like at times I
interesting.
was watching a first draft, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
there were some interesting new creatures I wasn't expecting, to be
Oh,
honest.
I
I
loved
thought,
all the new creatures. That's all
oh
really
yeah,
fun.
because I was just expecting Alien when they started doing these other things, like that little spider thing that had carried blood sac. I was like, oh, this is cool. I like this.
Yes, yes. That's definitely what you need to do if you do more alien stuff. Because I know the Marines in the second movie mentioned that it's another bug hunt. So they're
Okay.
used to shooting things that aren't terrestrial.
Yes.
So there definitely are other weird things out there. So I love seeing new ideas. I really like the idea of the kids and the robots. Have
Yeah.
you finished the series yet, or are you still going
Yeah,
through it?
yeah. We're about midway. I saw the kids in the robots. That was. I think she just found her brother or something like that. But the
Okay.
kids in the robots twist was definitely because we're so used to just the androids and the androids being evil and those type of things in the movies.
Yeah.
And now we have these kids being transferred into bots, and I'm like, whoa, I did not see that coming.
Yeah. I really like that concept, and some of the actors are very good at staying as they're kids and robots. They know they're written like that, they're acting like that, and it works. There are other kids that begin to act and think more adult and logical that I kind of forgot that there was a kid and robot. I thought now it's just a person and robot. So
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of that. I felt like that they grew up too quick. Some of
Oh
them, if
yes.
that makes sense.
Yeah, because I
But
think some of them were only like supposed to be 2, 3 years old in those bodies, but you're right, they're carrying on a bit like adults.
yeah. But it was good. All in all, I enjoyed it. It really offended my brother. He
Oh
did not
really?
like the ending. But I hope that they get another season, and I hope that they get time to cook and they get time to really explore some neat sci-fi ideas.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been through so much horror in terms of games and movies and things. You probably hear this a lot, but like, there's very little that scares me. Not
Hmm.
in terms of jump scare. Everyone jumps for a jump scare. I
Yeah.
just mean truly terrifies me. So I look for stories that will rather that interest me. Like if I'm reading the little snippet of what the
Hmm.
movie's about, if it sounds interesting, then I'll watch it. Um,
Yeah.
if there's gory scenes, then cool, you know. But I mean, I'm turning more towards the badass victim who decides to pick up the bat and destroy all the bad guys. Like that, I'm getting into that mode now.
That's cool. That's cool.
Like the Hills Have Eyes. That I don't. Have you seen Hills Have Eyes?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, when the father just decides he's gonna go slaughter all of them, I'm like, yeah, that's what I like. He's the bad guy now.
That's awesome. Yeah. I think I've only is that the original? I think I've only seen the remake.
I think the original, yeah. I think it was the
Okay, I'll have
original.
to check out the
Yeah.
original then, because I've only seen the new one where the hippie boyfriend has to save the day at the end.
Oh, then I might be. I didn't know if there was one before, so I might be talking about the remake. I'm not sure, but it was definitely the hippie dude who went out there with his baseball bat or whatever and
Yeah,
destroyed it. Yeah,
yeah. That was great. That was they really understood how to make you care about the stakes there, because he's rescuing a baby
yeah,
at the end there. So you're really that he's got to save the baby. So that was usually I don't like gory, gross stuff, but I was invested because he had to save the baby, so I was really
okay.
interested in seeing that through.
But what got me about Hills Have Eyes and still is, and I really, it's like that guy was actually the asshole. Like
Yeah,
he's usually the guy you're voting to die. Like this guy's gonna die. Someone kill him. And then in the end, you're rooting for him. You're like, yeah,
yeah,
go get them. And I was like, that's new.
really well done. And he was never so annoying that I was tired of seeing him.
Correct.
Like the newest Jurassic Park movie kind of had a character like him, like
Okay.
the boyfriend of the girl. He's
Yeah.
introduced, and immediately the way he's talking and acting, you're not supposed to like him.
Okay.
And then the girlfriend defends him, but you're not sure why she's defending him because he's awful. And he kind of gets a redemptive moment where he saves the girlfriend, but
Yeah.
he doesn't really do anything that made me like him. But
Okay.
Hills of Eyes had that guy, that same kind of character, and he totally brought him around for him at the end. So
Correct.
it feels like a lot of films I didn't really like, or TV shows didn't really like, have felt like that they were first drafts that were had really good ideas. They needed a few more passes just to get it nice and tight.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. Definitely, I agree.
One film that I really liked from a writing standpoint is did Weapons. Did you see Weapons?
No, but the Dark Veil. A lot of them have been talking about it, so I definitely want to start watching that. I've heard
Weapons
that's
is
brilliant.
Yeah, Weapons is very fun. Like it's not that scary. It has some moments that are kind of frightening, but it's
Uh-huh.
not really a scary movie. It's more
Oh,
like a mystery or a thriller than a horror film.
okay.
But the way it's told from a writing standpoint was very fulfilling for me as an author. I
Oh,
loved
okay.
I loved how the story was told. I loved the characters. I loved the dialogue. It was really fun. It was just a fun movie.
Well, I think that's the blessing and the curse of being authors like we are. We watch movies, I think, very differently to casual viewers because we look at character arcs and relationships and we go, Oh, I see what's coming here. That
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. And you can see why they wrote certain things in a certain way. So we're really, I won't say analytical, but to try and enjoy a movie like a casual viewer is very difficult for
Yeah.
us as writers.
Usually, if in the middle of the movie or TV show, if I start critiquing the way the story is going, I'm not enjoying myself very much. That
Correct.
happened in the middle of the new Jurassic Park. That's what happened. I started critiquing things.
Oh
Um,
no.
it was fun. It had some really fun parts, but
Yeah.
it needed a little bit. It needed a little bit more love. I felt like.
Yeah, my wife, when I start critiquing, I start getting very vocal about things like, oh, come on. Oh, this is lazy writing. Oh, why didn't they just. Then my wife goes, would you like me to change the movie? Like,
Yeah,
yes, please.
yeah.
Yes, please. Oh, goodness. And I don't know how you are with like Netflix and now has a lot of movies that you can see aren't originally English, but they've got English obviously spoken over it,
Hmm.
but the lips aren't moving. So I don't usually watch those, but like there are a few that really grab me, and I can just look past the lips not matching at
Yeah, yeah.
all. Like they're really like there was the one heist, something heist. I can't remember what it was. That series was I don't know if it was Spanish or Portuguese originally,
Hmm.
but I watched the first few episodes and I was like, okay, I've got to watch the rest of this series. Actually, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
I
I see quite a lot of horror movies coming out like that now, but I'm so scared because I might not enjoy it just because of that aspect.
right. Like
Yeah.
Squid Game. Squid Game's a good example of that.
Yes.
That's a really fun idea. I haven't seen the new seasons. I saw the first season. That was very engaging. That was very fun.
Yeah.
Another one that I saw, I think from Korea as well, was Train to Busan, the
Oh, I've
zombie
heard of
movie.
that one. Yes, yes. I wanted to watch that. Did you get to
It,
see it?
yes, it's very good.
Okay.
It really moves you at the end too. Like you almost start crying because it's so cathartic and good.
Wow.
And it's just it's great. It's about a father who loves his daughter and will do anything to protect his daughter, and that's the heart of the movie. And it's just it's so well done. It's very frightening. It's a good zombie movie, and it
Yeah.
has a lot of heart too, which you don't really see in a zombie movie, I think.
No, 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 that's true. It's all gut, gore, and horror mostly.
Hmm.
So a bit of heart is always great. Yeah, I fully agree.
Yeah, yeah. You that heart's important. That heart's really important.
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
you
what was
have
the
your collaboratives.
what was the question?
I don't know. We kind of went off on a tangent there, but so you have your collaborative stuff you're doing with your friends. You have your
Right.
okay. I want to ask you about Dark Veil. So what's it like being a part of a group like that? Is it like
Oh,
you guys have like a think tank? You have critique each other's stuff, and what's that like?
yeah. So we're on a Discord channel. Molly McCobb and Eamon Bradley started it, and then got the. I'm biased, of course, when I say it's got the best of the best together.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
and so we have different channels and we have like marketing channels, so we have discussions about what are you guys doing for marketing, or giving each other ideas. You'll see a lot of, for those who of you will follow us on like X specifically, you'll see us all like copying each other's ideas, if you can say that. Um, and then we're talking about our works in progress, and we're talking about things we like and dislike and those type of things. We talk about other books that we're busy reading basically. Just trying to like support each other, basically. That's what it's
yeah.
mostly about. I know.
I remember the question I was going to ask you.
Yeah, yeah,
So you mentioned that it's hard for you to get scared of
yeah.
stuff. We started talking about movies, but when it comes to books, there's only a few books that have ever really scared me, and
Okay, tell me.
one of them was there's the Annihilation series by Jeff Vandermeer. The
Okay.
second book, Authority, mostly takes place in like an office building, but that has a scene that has one of the few scenes I've read that actually frightens me.
Oh wow.
Authority, and it's a very strange book. The first
Okay.
book is very pretty
Yeah.
and very strange, and A lot of people say that's the scariest book ever, and there is some pretty frightening stuff in there, but it didn't really disturb me. The second one
Correct.
had this much more mundane feeling because it was people just in an office building on the edge of this alien thing, and it's just them talking and looking at it and sending people out and interviewing people. It's very mundane, and then something happens in the middle of the story that just it's very strange and weird and frightened me. It was frightening.
Really? What frightened you about it, if I can ask?
It was so there was this guy who kept on wanting to show the guy in charge, hey, I'm working on something. You want to see this thing I'm working on? He keeps going, I don't want, I'm busy right now. And he finally goes and he sees this thing he's working on. It's like above the cafeteria in like the crawl space.
Okay.
He's painted this mural of everyone in the office. And the boss discovers on accident. He sees this giant painting painted with all this supplies. And he feels someone behind him. And he looks, and the guy is curled up in the shelf, and he's watching him.
Oh my goodness!
And he turns around, like he's like, he feels like if I move too fast, he's going to attack me.
Okay.
So he's just holding still, and he feels the guy's hand come out and just touch the top of his head. And he waits, and the hand goes away, and then he goes down the stairs really quick. That freaked me out when I read it. The way it was told, the build-up, and everything else around it was very frightening.
I can tell you visualized it as you read it in your head.
Oh, yeah. Very strange, very weird, and very good. I thought it was very well done. It spooked me a little bit. But are there any stories and books that have scared you?
I read The Ruins by Scott, and I forget his surname now.
I've heard of that one, The Ruins.
It was quite. There were moments that were quite terrifying. When I become invested in specific characters, I think I become more afraid for them. Like Molly's Dark Bloom book, I really got into Nick and Kate, and to the point that I was afraid something happening to one of them and how it would affect the other one. Like those type of things terrify me.
Yeah.
Also, being a father, I before I was a father, it didn't matter so much, but now that I am, stories where kids go kidnapped or go missing, or that's that I can't watch movies like that. I do. Sometimes I get through them, but if it hits me, and I think if it really touches me to the point where I'm like, if this happened to me, my kids, then I just put the movie off. Like I can't continue watching.
Yeah.
Like that's real fear for me. It's things I could do that could literally happen to me. Like that scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's you might not like my book then. My book, A Song of Bones, it's kind of Redwall inspired. So there's no humans, it's all animals. But it opens up with these parents, from the parents' perspective, their kid being kidnapped. The opening chapter is the scene of a father trying to get his kid because this thing is taking him, and they fail, and that's how the story starts. So I wanted to, because most of the story takes place underground, I wanted to begin somewhere above ground where it's fresh and bright and colorful before we go deep and dark. Because the story is about, these mice who've been kidnapped trying to get back out again. Because they've lived underground their whole lives. They don't even remember what the sky looks like, what trees are like. They've been underground digging forever. So it's about these kids trying to escape. But the first draft of it was, I think, too much. It was too frightening.
Okay.
I had to change a few verbs, remove a few thoughts from the parents' heads to make it more melancholy than frightening.
I'm with you.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that does. And it's very, for you and me who do horror, I don't know if you feel the same, but like, it's very hard to know where that line is because we're so used to gore and stuff. For us, the things we're right most of the time don't really hit us. And then we have to think, okay, but now I've got to think about the other readers. Like, is this too much? Have I really painted a really dark picture here? Like
I'm constantly doing that because my target audience is like 11 to 16. I'm going. It's YA. So a lot of times I write something, I write a scene, and I'm like, oh, that's fine. I put it aside. Then come back to it later. I'm like, oh, my goodness, that's a little bit too much for my little story. Um, my novella, Garden Maze, I wrote a passage that was really really dark, and I was like, oh, this might be too dark, so I thought about cutting it. And my brother-in-law, who he doesn't like scary stuff, he doesn't like horror stuff. He says,
Yeah.
"Oh, you can't cut that out. That's that's the best part. You can't cut that. That's frightening. That's good." It's like, oh, okay. So I from his recommendation, that little part
Wow.
stayed in.
So that's the thing, yeah. Like, how do you? So I've just tried to stop thinking about it. I mean, if I do go through it again and I go, no, this is too much, then I might change it. But
Yeah.
I
Well,
try
then
not to.
you have to ask, what is this book trying to be? What is the heart of the book? And what have you promised so far to the audience? Like, are you surprising is good,
Yeah.
shocking can be good, but betraying trust is something you shouldn't do. Like
Yes.
if you've promised this kind of story and the thing you deliver later is like way beyond what they're willing to go for, then you might
Yeah.
have a problem. But I
Correct.
think as long as you never do that, I think you're all right.
Yeah. I agree with you fully. And the way I approach Sacred Valley, because I mean, it was meant to be like Silent Hill, the games. I try to write it so that when people read it, it feels like you're playing a game, which a lot of people said. Some people liked it, some people didn't. They said
Yeah.
I should be reading a book. I feel like I'm following a character in a video game. But I wanted to do that for this series, which I'm going to continue doing. But like, I focus a lot more on the suspense side, like not just gore. There's a monster, rawr. Now they've got to fight it. Like I build up the tension of like, oh shit, what is that? You only see pieces of it.
Yeah.
They try to hide. They're hearing noises they don't recognize. Like what's that smell or what's that scent? Like building up towards eventually. Like sometimes it's in the same chapter. Sometimes you only see the creature like 3 chapters later. Like try and
Yeah.
really get you like thinking, what is this thing that's coming after them? Type of thing.
And that's really powerful in the book too. Like movies do that. They only show a little bit of the shark, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
in books, it's all imagination. So
correct.
that little bit you do give the reader, they imagine so much more behind that at the same time, and they know that that thing they've imagined has not been confirmed yet. So it
Correct.
gets worse and worse, and Swiss shifts around, and so that technique is, I think, incredibly strong written, like even more so than you see in like a film. Because the film, if you see the silhouette of the creature, that's settled. That's a silhouette.
Yes.
You don't know what else about it, but your mind has made a connection.
And heaven forbid when you see the real thing and this doesn't match the silhouette.
And
Like,
you
wait,
go,
this.
oh, that's not a very good suit, is it? That's not.
Exactly. What B type movie is this?
Yeah. Like the It TV series, the old one, where they find the giant ugly spider in the cave, and you're like, oh, that looks really hokey.
Yeah, exactly. Now imagine trying to paint that picture as a writer. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it works much better in the book because you are making it as great as it can be as the reader. The
Yeah,
reader does so much of the heavy lifting. Um,
correct.
one of the first things I kind of figured out as I was writing my stuff was I used to think I needed to describe things very well to perfectly paint the picture, and I was very detail heavy. But that's not
Yeah,
very fun to read. And then I thought, it's I forget where somebody said let the reader do the hard work. I
correct.
forget who said that, but I read somewhere somebody said that. And that
Yeah,
kind of unlocked a little bit in my brain. I don't need to tell you what the dog looks like. There is
yeah,
a dog and he feels this way and he does something. Everyone's imagining a different dog and it's their
correct.
perfect dog. And if we were to make a film now, people might get angry because it's not the kind of dog they thought of. But for the reader, it's a very solo experience. It's a very personal experience.
Oh,
So
very much so. Yeah, I fully agree.
yeah. So I think it's fine to leave things up in the air, especially if the reader doesn't know you're doing that.
Yeah, like I mean, some scenes like she walks into the kitchen, there was blood on the tiles on the wall. That's all you need
Oh
to tell
yeah.
them. There were tiles on the wall. You don't need to say they were Marv tiles with these patterns, and
Because
just let the read
someone might imagine their own tiles in their own kitchen, and that's even more frightening. And
exactly that point. Like I have this one creature in the first horror book called the Tyanak. Now in the first book, there's a lot of I've taken a lot from mythology, different lores, Philippine mythology, Japanese mythology, and twisted it obviously. But that's because the main character studied mythology. So, like
Yeah.
Silent Hill, whatever's in your mind comes out into the world. So the Tyanak is like this baby demon thing that like sucks on you like a vampire.
Mm.
But I gave it wings, and first you hear it crying in the alley, and then when you get there, there's nothing there, and then they're actually crow. They look like crows flying around, but as they get to you, they transform into these demonic babies that then bite and suck on you. And because of the way, apparently, I didn't realize this, the way I described it, so many readers have come to me and said every time they now see a crow when it's foggy, when there's mist around, they're terrified because of what I did with the tie-in act. I'm like, great, that's exactly what I want. I'm sorry you're afraid of crows now, but that's what I want.
That's excellent. Well, speaking of fog and scary stuff, you ready to play a little game?
Oh goodness, yes, let's do it.
I have created a little thing for us to do here. So we
Do you
hit
want
this.
to play
Where
a
on earth is
game?
it? Here it is. I found it. Okay, we're gonna play Terror of the World Builders. This is
All
a
right.
little game where we're gonna make a story, little settings, some characters, some objects, and we're gonna kind of we're gonna riff. We're gonna explore a little bit. So
Okay.
our main character is
A
a shovel
shovel.
man. He's a shovel
Okay.
man, but there's a twist about him. He was not always a shovel man.
All
So
right.
who is
Mysterious.
this guy?
Is that the question?
That's the question. So, who is the shovel man? What's his name? What does he do? Like, does he work with a shovel? Does he just have a shovel? Like, who's this guy?
Okay. He looks like an Eric.
Hmm.
am, am I meant to just make up anything here? Can
Yeah,
I go
sure.
on?
Yeah. You can. This is complete exploration.
I want to move away from the trope that a shovel means he's digging holes in the backyard with for dead bodies. So let's not go that route. But that's like the first thing a horror person thinks of.
Yeah.
He's digging holes in a forest somewhere, burying
Perhaps
bodies.
he's doing like a good service. He's going around. He's picking up like dog crap in people's
Okay,
lawns as a service. He's a
yeah,
nice guy.
let's be friendly. Yeah, let's do that one. He's a poop shoveler.
He's a poop shoveler of his own accord, but he didn't always do that. What did he used to
Okay.
do?
He used to do tax documents.
Oh, he
Uh,
was an accountant.
he was an accountant. He used to help people with taxes until that got too much for him and he got tired of the job. Now he shovels poop.
And he's happy. And he loves it.
He's, he loves shoveling poop for people. It's better than doing taxes.
But he got sick and tired of all this stupid government numbers and crying people on the other side of his desk. He's like, I'm going to do some good. I'm going to shovel poop because there's a lot of poop in my neighborhood. So,
And
yeah. So,
people pay him to do it, but he keeps it under the tax level so that he doesn't have to do
so he's clever with it. He's using his
he's a
tax. Okay. Yeah. Very, very cool. So,
tax write-off.
nice. So he's doing well. So the shovel man accountant, ex-accountant, he ends up at Night Lake.
Oh goodness.
It's home of a strange creature. So,
Okay.
what is Night Lake? Why is he there? And what's the creature?
Okay, I think he's there because people know him as the poop shoveler guy. And they've told him that there's some weird green eerie poop that they've never seen before that's like glowing by the lake. And they need him to investigate because he knows poop very well, apparently.
The old man, you know poop better than anyone.
There you
I saw
go.
this poop.
You need to bring a
Worst poop I've
shovel.
ever seen.
He needs a special shovel.
Needs
He's
a
a poop
special.
buster. He's a poop buster. My wife is laughing in the background. I don't know where I'm coming up with this shit. Literally, where I'm coming up with this shit.
Oh my god!
Okay,
So he goes to Night Lake on a mission to shovel the strange poop made by a strange creature.
yeah.
Does he find the creature, or do we just find the aftermath of the
Oh,
creature?
there's movement in the water, but he's not sure if it's from the creature or if there's something else in the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So something there, something's going on. While he's at Night Lake, he discovers something. I think that's the next slide anyway. Yes, he discovers something he didn't expect. He finds Elvis Presley's grave. And there's something weird about it. It's smaller than he expected.
Huh. That's interesting. Did they maybe find a specimen of his poop?
Of Elvis's poop? Because
Yeah.
he liked those peanut butter banana bacon sandwiches.
They would
And they said he died
identify.
on the toilet.
There you go. Exactly. And that could be. Well, no, these wouldn't be the green neon things unless he came back to life as some kind of weird zombie that's now pooping green.
And he still desires those sandwiches and he roams
Exactly.
around. Oh
There you
no.
go. So Elvis is still alive, as we all knew, but he's undead,
He's
and
undead and alive.
he's leaving a trail just like the color of that green right there.
Oh no. So zombie Elvis is roaming around. So does Shovel Man discover this? Or does he just find like the empty grave of Elvis? And he's like, that's odd. Does he make the connection? Is he smart like that?
Yeah, let's make him make the connection. Let's make him a smart shovel man.
Okay, he's a smart.
Yeah.
So is that Elvis in the water then, bubbling up?
Hey, it could be. He's undead. He could be breathing underwater.
He's coming. He says, "Hey, baby." He's coming up.
I love it.
So what does Elvis want then? Is he just evil, or does he have any kind?
He just wants to be left in peace. I think after all the years of
Yeah,
fame and all that, he knows if he comes out and it's discovered, it's going to be paparazzi all over again. So
that's
he
true.
just
So he
wants
does
to.
not want Shovel Man to tell people that he's still around.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So
So
Shovel
he's
Man and Elvis
so
are kind of
Shovel.
facing off.
Yeah, because Elvis knows if Shovel Man tells anyone, there's going to be problems for him.
Okay. The final twist.
Okay.
In the fog at Night Lake, a spooky car arrives.
Is that Demon Sandwich, Jooste?
I googled scary black sedan, and this is the picture. I think it is from Supernatural. The title of the picture has Supernatural, so it might be from something I've just never seen. But
Yeah, okay. So carry on.
yeah, so who's inside this car?
Well, that would have
Who
been my answer anyway. Had it not been them, I would have said that. So, the Winchester brothers. I mean, finding an undead Elvis is exactly what one of their episodes would be about, actually. So,
Okay, so the Winchester brothers, which I assume the Supernatural boys from the TV
yeah,
show, they
yeah,
step
yeah.
out, they slam their car doors, and them and Shovel Man got to deal with Elvis in some way. So, is there a peaceful resolution or is there a violent resolution? How does this all wrap up here?
Well, I think Sam and Dean would have an argument about it. Sam would probably want to return him to the underworld, whereas Dean would be the cool one. Like, no, let's keep him around. Let's protect him. Let's keep his little sanctuary. And Shovel Man would be standing there like, okay, guys, we need a decision here. This guy,
Yeah.
Elvis wants to kill us. We need to. Who's going to convince him that we're not going to tell anyone?
Well, it sounds like the thing that gives Elvis away is his radioactive dumps.
Right.
So maybe him and Shovelman come to an understanding. I will clean up your messes so no one knows you're here. In exchange, maybe you sing for me in the moonlight as I shovel the poop.
There we go. Perfect. That's it. Poop Man works for. Shovel Poop Man works for Elvis, and makes sure no one discovers his trail.
Wow, that's a happy ending. These don't
Yeah.
usually have happy endings.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Nice. Well done. Thank you for playing Terror of the World Builders. We made a very, very strange poop shovely story. And
yes, we did.
you can take any of those elements and use them in your own stories if you so choose.
Well, if I do, I'll definitely say it was inspired by the stream I did with Isaac Anderson.
Awesome.
Hey, that could be our next collab.
Yeah. We'll make the zombie Elvis and the Shovel Man.
There we go. Not a song of poems, but a light of poop.
Yes, glowing poop. The poop in the moonlight Glowing poop in the moonlight or something like that.
I'm trying to think. It's so funny. I know so many Elvis songs, and I cannot think of one to use as a title for this.
Oh man,
Nothing but a house
it'd be
band.
called "Since My Baby Left Me," and the cover is just the lake, and there's just a green, it's just a green dirt. It's called "Since My Baby Left Me."
Oh my goodness, that's brilliant. So there you go. There you go, guys. Next collab,
Next collab. Next collab.
the
Well, thanks
Winchester
for coming
brothers.
on. You were a delight. Is there anything else you want people to know about before we end?
Oh yeah, so that Sacred Valley obversion that you showed is the second book in the Boatman saga.
Okay.
Um, that's the first one you're showing now. So the other one, the
Oh,
obversion, yeah, that one. That one is actually releasing end of October now, Halloween.
oh, it's coming out.
Yeah. So what I've done is because I know how long it takes for Amazon to post books, I've already made the book a soft launch, so it's already available. You can order it so that you have it by Halloween. But the ebook and the official launch is end of the month.
Nice. So where do people go for the soft launch? Your website?
Oh, they can go to Amazon. The paperback's already available.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. I wanted it. It's because it's not a normal. It's Halloween. You don't want to order it on Halloween and then get it
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, that's true.
So I decided, no, let's make the paperback available now. You can then get it by Halloween and enjoy it by Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like a perfect Halloween book. You got Silent Hill inspirations. So, but this is after they've asked you not to do Silent Hill. So this is you going your own direction now.
Correct? Which is great
Okay.
because now I can create my own areas, my own parts of the cities. I can go mad now. Well, not mad, but I still want to keep my Silent Hill treats here and there.
Yeah. So it's got Silent Hill origins, but at the same time, you're free to go off in whatever direction you want to.
Yeah, and it's great. I mean, in which books have you read the hero dying? And I mean, so in Silent Hill, there's a symbol called the halo of the sun, which is actually your saving point, right? You
Hmm.
touch it, you save the game type of thing. Except in the earlier ones, I'm talking about the later ones. I think Homecoming had the lunar next, sorry, halo of the sun. So I took that, believe it or not, and I put it in my books, which I've called the lunar nexus now because I can't use halo of the sun.
Yeah.
But I've put a bit of mythology and lore behind it, where it's a symbol of salvation and resurrection, basically. But it has limited power. So, the characters, they come upon it, they touch it, like, what's this? Fills them with warmth, like in the game. And when they die, they basically resurrect at that symbol. But I've made it so much part of the story that I actually can't take it out even if I wanted to because um, I actually make them die on purpose sometimes as part of the story
Right.
because it had to happen. But it has when I say limited power because number one, there are two realms, just like in Silent Hill, you have the foggy one and you have Otherworld. Same, exactly the same in Sacred Valley. You've got the foggy world and you've got what I call Dark World. Dark World does not have the resurrection symbol at all. So, now they know that if they die, they're gone. So it changes everything, especially for the reader. Like when you first see the
Yeah.
symbol, you're like, okay, there's almost then no fear of dying. You'd think there's no fear of dying because, well, if I die, I'll just be resurrected. But then you come to this other realm where that's not a possibility. So now you've got to get used to the fact of I've got to be more careful now because
Yeah.
if I die, I'm not coming back. But
Usually,
also,
yeah, it's very rare to see that kind of thing in a book. Like
yeah,
unless it's like a Groundhog Day situation where they're in a
yeah,
loop.
no, it's not a loop at all.
Yeah.
Because the things that they've done and completed it as part of the story when they get resurrected, everything they've done is completed. So, for instance, there was a can there, they took the can away. So if they came back, that can's gone. It's not a repeat.
Yeah. It's
So,
real
but
life.
yeah, but I did give it limited power because you don't want this thing that can continuously resurrect you. It kind of kills the story.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a sense of like in the first book, he touched the symbol and then it resurrected him great. When he came back to it, the symbol was dead, and he's like, "Oh, well, I can't die this time." So it's adding an extra sense of suspense and mystery and tension, actually. So yeah,
Nice. Cool. Yeah, people, check it out. Order it now. Read it on Halloween, October 31st, coming up quick.
Yep. And then after that, there will be an audiobook.
Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah. The audiobooks are. Everyone's talking about audio now. Everyone's
Yeah.
got one. Did you do yours yourself, or did you find a service?
I'm very scared to answer that question because of how people are with AI these days. But I was offered by Amazon. I mean, I don't have money to pay for an audiobook. Let's just put it out there.
Yeah.
And my voice sucks for audiobooks, so I wasn't going to do it. Then Amazon came to me while I was busy with the second book, actually, came to a few of us and said, well, we're trying this beta version of virtual voice assistant,
Mm.
where if you already have an ebook loaded on the system, you can just click make my audiobook. I make my ebook an audiobook. It does it for you within like minutes.
Wow.
Then you can actually go through each chapter on the Amazon system, and it reads it. What you can choose a voice as well. It reads it while you're reading, and you can actually see that helped me actually edit quite a bit the second time around.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, well, this doesn't sound right. And then
Yeah,
you
that's
and
almost like a free editing resource.
yeah, so then you can actually if it's pronouncing the word wrong, a specific word, you can highlight it, type how you want it pronounced, and it actually does it throughout the entire book for you, like one
Oh
time.
wow.
And then yeah, and then they're coming up with more functionality. But when it came out with that, I thought I'll try it, but it actually made me re-edit my book a second time because of it. I actually went back, like edit. You can highlight on the thing, so when you look at it, you go, okay, this I highlighted what was wrong. Because then
Mm-hmm.
when you upload the ebook, what this virtual assistant does is it it has kept everything you've said, your pronunciations and everything, and memorized it. So when you re-upload the ebook and it makes it into an audiobook, it keeps everything, all your changes you've done.
Nice. So it remembers, it learns.
Yeah. So you don't lose any of the hard work you've done. It's just that like wrong words you've put in, it now changes to the right words. And
Interesting.
it sounds so good. I'm not advertising it. Please don't get me wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
but but I was really shocked. I mean, I've got swear words in there, and it picks up when the character needs to shout,
Huh.
and those type of things. And some of the parts really shocked me. Like I sat there going, "Whoa, that that dialogue was like exactly how I imagined it
That's
in
that's
my
im-
head."
so does it keep track of different characters and give them slightly different voices, or does it like
Yes, yeah, it does.
dang?
I wish it had a function where you could assign a voice to a character. I hope that comes one day.
Oh, that's probably gonna happen next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but for now, it actually the voice that's reading for you changes how it speaks for specific characters. Like it knows that character's name, so it will speak in that tone for those characters, which is like really great.
I would like to see if I could break it. Like, how many voices can it do and keep track of? Like, if I have just so many like dialogue tag of different people, go through 100
Yeah,
of them and see
yeah,
if it comes with a different voice for each one and remembers. And that's interesting. That's cool. Yeah, the AI stuff is getting so insane so fast.
yeah. I mean,
Even
there were
a year
things.
from now, we're not going to recognize what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, there were things where I found it wasn't great at, like, but I found ways to like manipulate it. Like it read a sentence as if there wasn't a full stop at the end. You know how you go down at the
Yeah.
end and you stop, like this is the sentence, but he would go, this is the sentence, as if there's more words, and you're like, no,
Yes.
hang on. So I would have to manipulate it and like put two dots there, like this is a full stop guy. So yeah, it did have that, but I assume when it fully launches or when they've upgraded it, it will do that job a lot better.
I imagine so. And you're really helping it grow too. It's really those things. The reason why they're doing the open beta thing is that's the only way it can improve. The
That's
more
it.
data it gets, the faster it learns, the better it gets. And
So people will
so
cancel me now because I'm training AI, but oh well. I wanted an audiobook.
some people might cancel. Some people might cancel. But I mean, really, the vast majority of readers and people who actually buy the books, they don't care.
Yeah.
They like so here's the really scary thing that's going to happen. In a year or two,
Yeah.
there is going to be an app that goes on the App Store. It's like it's going to be called My Book or Your Book or Our Book. Who knows? So it's going to be an AI thing. A reader's going to download it. They're going to open it up on their phone. And they say, "What kind of story do you want to read?" I want fantasy. Oh, good fantasy. You want how many characters? You want like this author, like this. Oh, I like this. Okay, good. It'll make them a book. Like, oh, did you like that book? Yes, I love that book. Do you want a sequel? Oh, sure, sequel. And they read the next thing. So it's not even authors writing things to sell. It's going to be readers creating books and the book
Yeah.
AI learning what they like and giving them the perfect book they want every single time. They'll have massive libraries that they're the only ones who'll ever read them.
That's true. I didn't even think you're creating
That's going to
that
happen.
world. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And what I'm also waiting for, probably out already because I haven't even checked. I wanted to do a create your own adventure type book, like we used to have in the old days. Choose your adventure. You'd get to
Yeah.
a part of the chapter say, would you like to fight the monster? Would you like to run away? If you pick this one, go to this page. Now, AI is going to master that if they ever do it.
It's going to be very good at that.
I mean, me as a human, I would have to think up so many scenarios and which page, and AI would just go, "Oh, here you go, I'm done."
Yeah.
You know, I've worked out every scenario. Which one would you like?
It'll know what you're expecting. It'll know how to surprise you, and of course, today it's almost there. Like I know you can do some choose your own adventure things with AI right now. It remembers what you've done to a certain point, but after a while, it starts forgetting things or imagining things that you didn't really say. Like I think they called hallucinations in the AI or whatever. It's weird. The way it works is strange. Yeah. But a couple years from now, it'll be able to do that very easy. And I think what's going to happen when you have these apps making these books free for the people that no one else will read these series, but this one person is made perfect for, it's going to make our stuff a little bit more valuable because I think we're going to become bespoke.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't actually thought of it. Hi, Alan Holmes. Hello. I actually haven't thought of that. You're actually quite right. The thing is that even if the AI revolution takes over, writes all these books and stuff, I can't stop writing my own stories. Like my own stories live in my brain. And even if no one wants to read them, they go the AI route, that's fine. I it's my passion. I can't stop writing it. I just want to keep going.
So we've talked about the worst case scenario AI.
Yes.
Here's the best case scenario of what might happen. The AI is going to I'm going to talk to the AI. Hey, I want to read a book. What book you want to read? I like this. Like, I have found the book perfect for you. It goes and knows all the books on Amazon. Like this one made by Shuan M. Jooste. Shuan M. Jooste is the perfect book that you would love. You love Silent Hill. You love this thing. You love that. You love this style. Perfect for you. That might also happen.
Dude,
where the AIs just know all the books. They can make perfect recommendations and make sure the right person sees your book. So that could be the happy ending with AI.
It's already happening.
Yeah. But I mean, like at a large scale, like it would eliminate advertising.
Yeah. So I not a lot of people know this, but because I'm a content writer, I know how SEO works and all this type of things.
Oh.
So I wanted to do an experiment. I wanted people who are looking for books like Silent Hill to find my book and S.S. Fitzgerald's Sinner's Pass. So I used SEO to write this article called Seven Horrific Books Like Silent Hill. And I applied SEO. I used the common books people are using, like The Mist by Stephen King. You know, layer it because that's what everyone's saying is like Silent Hill, and just popped our two books in there. And within, I think, 2 to 3 weeks, when I type, you can go do it yourself. When I Google books like Silent Hill, not only is my article one of the top 3 articles, but if you click on the answer that AI is giving you, my page is one of the sources.
Oh.
So I've informed AI that our books are like Silent Hill, so that if you ask AI, it will tell you my book is like Silent Hill.
Interesting. So you're kind of getting ahead of the game a little bit there.
Yeah, that's a little.
That's
secret.
cool.
I hope a lot of people are watching this, but that's a little secret of mine. I've come across.
Well, I mean that's how all book marketing works. That's how all
Yeah.
marketing period works.
Correct. I fully agree. I've had so many conversations with Grok as well about books like Silent Hill until I've got it into Grok's head that my book is like Silent Hill. So that if you ask Grok, hey, I'm looking like for books like Silent Hill, it will go, well, I know of this Sacred Valley books because he keeps telling me about it. So yes, I fully agree. We can use AI to help us, but we just have to like get it to that level.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to have that correct balance.
Yeah, correct. So now I'm on like a books like da 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 trend at this point. I did a books like Resident Evil as well, where I put in SS Fitzgerald's Alone
Mm.
Together. I did books like Fallout, where I did Molly McCabe's Dark Blue. So I'm just playing around right now to see what works, what doesn't, because as you know, posting and marketing daily on X is not really doing anything for us. So
No. So I've noticed on X, I'm really good at getting other writers and creatives to follow me.
yeah,
They're not necessarily readers looking to buy books, though. It's
yeah,
hard to find them because someone who reads books, who buys them, that's not their whole personality. They
yeah,
don't make their Twitter account like I read books. You know, there's a normal person, completely
yeah,
normal person.
yeah.
So how do you reach the normal people who want to buy your story?
Well,
So
that's the thing.
what I've been doing, I've just been trying to be friendly and funny
Yeah,
on X. That's kind of
yeah.
what I've been trying to do.
Reach
And
out to
when I
people.
can, I don't post as much as I should, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a funny puzzle. Your SEO method is the correct smart thing to do. But yeah.
But and actually, just to end that SEO thing, that books like Silent Hill post is like the one that brings my site the most traffic at this point. It's like gone crazy because Silent Hill's game has just come out, so
That's
everyone's
true.
now
That's true.
yeah. So
I
I on X made a mistake of saying I have so many writers that are following me. Are there actual any just readers that don't write?
yeah.
Like, and everyone's like, well, if you're writing, you're also a reader. And everyone went off at me. And I'm like, yeah, I get your point. Yeah, we're all
Yeah.
readers. But I'm looking for people that buy like 100 books a month because they can't stop reading. Like that guy.
I
Like they
need to
don't have,
find unbalanced readers who are
yeah.
looking to buy things.
So what happened was I followed one person who in their status, after their bio said, I am a massive horror fan. If you're into horror, follow me. So I did.
Mhm.
And then I started, like, like you said, replying to them, being friendly. And they started saying things like, oh, these are my favorite horror movies. I go, wow, I've got a book that's pretty much like that. And they're like all excited. Oh, that's cool. And because I started following that one person engaging, my feed started filling up with all these horror fans. So I'm thinking maybe that's the way to go then. Like find like one or two people
Yeah.
that are avid readers of that genre or your type of story. Do the whole reply guy thing, 100 books a month. Do the whole reply guy thing until your feed fills up with all these readers that
Yeah.
are looking for your book. And then, yeah, just get them to follow you. That definitely would be the dream. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You
my.
if you're selling hamburgers, you got to go find the fat people. You gotta go. You gotta go find the people like he looks like he enjoys hamburgers, and you gotta go to that person. The problem is readers, other than maybe wearing glasses, don't really have a tell for who they are.
Yes, exactly. And you got a lot of people posting with bookshelves in their background, but I mean that's mostly decoration. You don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking like I would love to get a giant bookshelf to put behind me, but I don't know how to fill it up with books without spending a fortune. So I was trying to Google around like what do people do if they want to fill up a bookcase? Like are there estate sales where there's like here's a bunch of books from this old estate that the heirs don't want them. They're
yeah,
up for auction, or does that exist? So I was Googling around and all of
yeah.
the results like how to make fake books for your bookshelf to make it look like you have books. Like, no, I want real books. So
And also, I don't know if it's just me, but if I'm watching a video or seeing a poster, people books in the background, I'm checking which books they've got. Like
yeah.
not judging them on their books, but so I don't want to just fill my book rack behind me with any books because I know whoever's going to look at them is going to go, "What is he
Mhm.
reading?" Let's just have a
Yeah.
look here. Anyway, like I want my
Everybody
brain.
everyone's got the Stephen King collection. Everyone's got the George R. R. Martin collection. Everyone's got Lord of the Rings back there. Dune,
Yeah,
Red Mars, and all that stuff.
yeah, let's do something different. Let's fill it with indie
Yeah.
books.
A complete collection of Frog and Toad.
Here we go.
Put that back there.
There you go. I love it. Oh goodness.
Well, if you ever need to write an article about books like Redwall, my book is pretty much like Redwall, Song
I'll
of
do it.
Bones.
I'll do it just to prove a point, just to prove that it works. I'll do it for you. Books,
Awesome.
but Red Wall by who?
By Brian Jakes. Brian Jakes. He was a guy in England. He grew up during the Brits, not the Brits, the Blitz, when they were bombing England, and he was always hungry. He used to look at cookbooks and just look at the food because they had no food. He was so hungry. He was when we got older. He was volunteering to read books at an orphanage that had a lot of orphans that were blind and disabled, and he volunteered to read the books there for him. And he didn't like any of the books, so he decided, you know what, I'm gonna write a book. So he wrote Redwall about a brave little mouse who goes up against great adversity and succeeds. It was about being brave, about being young and weak, but also being brave. So he wrote it for those little orphans, and it's a delightful story, very, very fun. He did a bunch of books in the Redwall series. He died in 2007. I think he wrote like close to 30 Redwall books, but they're delightful, and they're always there's always a scene where they have a feast. There's a lot of food, and the food's described in great detail because he loves writing about food. Because when he was a kid, he had no food, and Redwall's delightful. Redwall is fun.
That sounds nice. Okay, well then, challenge accepted, just to prove a point.
Nice, awesome.
I'm gonna make it happen.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. It was a delight. Next time, I think next week or the week after, we have Ellen Holmes, I think, is coming on. I think that's on my schedule. So tune in for that. We're gonna have Ellen Holmes. I'm gonna make a little official announcement for X later. But yeah, like, subscribe, people. Check out Sean's stuff. I believe I've linked his website in the description below. If I have not, I will. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you all for making this a special show. Yes, that is where your love of food comes from. When I was doing mine, I made a decision to not have a big food scene. But then in the middle of the story, the characters were so hungry and they finally got some food. And I wrote a little food scene. I was like, okay, I understand now. When they're animals, it works even more when they're just people, because there's something about an animal eating nice food that's just cute and it just works.
Dude, I've got to get your book now. You've got me so excited about it.
I had a lot of fun. Everyone who's read it has told me, well, not everyone. I've had 4 different people tell me that they didn't expect to read it as fast as they did.
Oh, well, that's
apparently I write in a way that really drew them in and made them finish it in like almost one sitting. So
that's nice.
I take that as a good sign.
Oh, that's fantastic. I mean, my dad has never read my books. He thought I was joking when I told him I'm becoming a writer. Until I published my first book and I gave it to him, and he said, "Oh, I thought you were kidding. Oh, you were serious about it."
When my dad read my book, he read it on his phone in the ebook. When he was done, he was like, "Yep, that was good. When's the next one?"
No, yep, my dad's the same. Like I said, he never read my fantasy ones, but when Silent Hill came out, like you said, he read it in one sitting, and I was like, "Whoa!" But you don't read.
That's high praise, yeah. When I finished Song of Bones, it took me like 10 years to do this. So Song of Bones is like this book. This is just part 1. The real thing is like close to 800, 900 pages written over 10 years. It got
nice.
too big. My target audience does not want to read a 900-page book, and it would take me forever to edit it and get it all perfect. So I decided to chop off the first third, get that nice and edited and pretty, and put that out. So that's this book that's out right now. I sent it to my sister-in-law, who is an editor, and she read it in one sitting. She sent me a message at like 3 a.m. So I just finished it. Very exciting. Very never bored. And she gave you all the all your mistakes. Gave you a big list of things you got to fix. But it was great. So right now I'm editing the second book, and most of it is I'm writing some new stuff, but a lot of stuff I'm finding stuff I wrote 7 years ago that I've completely forgotten about. Like, oh, this scene is good. I can use this. And I find another scene I wrote 5 years ago. Like, this scene's terrible. It doesn't match at all. So, and it mostly takes place in a forest. And some of the forest stuff I wrote 10 years ago, and it feels like this kind of forest. And some forest stuff I wrote 3 years ago, it feels like a completely different kind of forest. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm trying to edit everything so it feels like it's all one kind of forest. Everything agrees and the voice is the same. So it's driving me nuts, but it's fun. Anyway, go ahead.
But on that point, I mean, it's weird when you come across, you go through your old work or you're editing work again, and you're like, I don't remember writing this. This is so freaking good.
Yeah.
How do I write like this again? I don't know how to do it on purpose.
There is a snake character that's in the second book. I wrote that character long time ago, and I really liked what I wrote when I wrote it. So I put it away. I didn't want to see it again until I was ready to look at it again. Okay. I finally got to some of the snake scenes. The snake is my favorite character I have ever written in anything. Mm-hmm. I love the snake so much because most of the animals are just mammals, like mice and rats and moles, little woodland creatures with fur. So I wrote the snake in a completely different way from them because they're a completely different kind of animal. So the way they talk is different, the way they think is different, the way they behave is different. It's just so fun and different. Yeah. I'm very excited for people to meet this character.
But yeah, it's just crazy. Like you read that and you're like, how did I do this? I can't do this on.
That's my fear because I need to write more scenes with the snake. Like, can I still write the snake like I wrote the snake before? Exactly. So, I think I can. It's just going to be hard. It's going to take more time.
Yeah, I think we overthink it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. If you ever want to come on again, send me a message. If you got new stuff coming out, I'd love to interview you again. I love this. I love talking to authors. I love talking shop with people. We'll put your stuff in the description if it's not already there. And people, check out the book. Go to Amazon. Get it just in time for Halloween. It sounds like a good read.
Thanks, man. I love being here.
Thanks for coming. All right. We're getting the stream, guys. Thank you for coming.